Chat. Streamer Games is in just 3 days. It's fast approaching. It's coming this weekend, y'all. Now, first question I have for you all. Which team are you rooting for? Out of curiosity. These are our teams. Which team are y'all rooting for? Who are the fan favorites going into this? Foosley's team, Jack's team, Vanilla's team, Jason's team, Jack's team, Agent's team. I'm seeing a lot of Jack, seeing a lot of Foosley. Not seeing a lot of Cinna enjoyers. No Team Cinna love? What's wrong with Super TF? What's wrong with damn Super TF? Why y'all leaving him high and dry? This year, for the Streamer Games event, it's gonna be somewhat similar to last year in the sense that we're competing in the same place. We're gonna be at Lusinger High School. You guys can get tickets to come in person. We're doing 2 days. Okay, each day should start around like 12:30 to 1 o'clock Pacific. Each day will go about 7-ish hours, right? It'll be about like, 1 o'clock to 8 o'clock maybe. And you accumulate points after every event. And the top 4 teams will finally compete in a pentathlon, which will determine the winner. That's kind of the format of how things work. But today, I'm going to go through every event that we have and explain it all for you. Who are the commentators? The commentators will be myself, Nut, and Slime. I will be commentating this year. I will not be competing. Okay. I won last year. I'm done with the I rig my own event allegations. So this year I am simply a commentator. So anyway, here's the games list. Let's go through one by one. Now, similar to last year, the way it'll work is there's 2 different types of events. There's 2 different types of events that people can compete in. The first type of event is a team game. This makes sense. We understand. Okay. A team game is simple. A team game means that everybody on the team participates. Let me get this going. Wait, how do I get, am I dumb as hell? Oh, it's too fine of a point. What happened to me? What happened to me? Why can't I write? Oh. Whoops. That was my secondary color. Dude, writing in this is so hard. Team game, and then this is going to be called not team game. Those are the 2 different types of events that we have. Team games and not team games. So you mean solo games? Not necessarily. Okay, it's important not to conflate. It is not necessarily a solo game. It could have 3 people. It could have 2 people. It's not an individual game. It's just not a team game. Team is all 5 players. Okay, that's what team is. And then this one is less than 5. Is that the greater than symbol? Boom. Nailed it. So let me run through real quick. The team games should be obvious, okay? What the fuck are the team games? Volleyball. Boom. Team game. Simon Says. Boom. Team game. Musical chairs. Team game. Tug of war. Not a team game. Tug of war is not a team game. Tug of war is 3 players. Why? Because I think this makes it a more interesting competition because you now have to think about who you send to tug of war, and teams that maybe have a strong 3 but not a strong 5 will become much more competitive. Let's keep it rolling. Not a team game. Pretty Derby. Pretty Derby is a 3-person event. And then you know what? We should have a 3rd category, which is solo. Pretty Derby is a 3-person event. Egg Drop Speed Run is a 2-person event. What else do we got? Solo events. Gymnastics. I feel like... Whatever, man. Gymnastics. Okay, that's a solo event. In French, that's how you spell it. So get over it, Bowl Royale. New game. New game that has yet to be announced. Slippery Servers. Archery. We have a lot of single games, actually. Bridge Joust. Field Goal. I think that's it, right? Tablecloth Bowl. That's all the individual games. This is all the not full team games. And then this Pentathon is the final one. Little asterisk because only the teams that are in the top 4 do it. Boom! This is a bit silly. Not team games are team games. They're just not the whole team. Well, yeah. It's not silly. You just relax. There's a reason we are separating them. It's an important clarification. Why? Because there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 solo games, and then a total of 8 spots in the not full team games. So there's basically 8 people needed to do this and 7 people needed to do this. That's 15. There are 15 spots available in all of these games for your 5-person team. Every person has a max and minimum, I guess, where they have to compete in at least 3. Does that make sense? So everybody has to compete in 3. So if you have your strongest player compete in Tug of War and the Pretty Derby, then they only get to choose one of the solo events. events. If you don't compete in tug of war or pretty derby, then you have to compete in 2 solo events in egg drop speedrun. Where is pig? Pig is bull royale. Exactly 3. They have to compete in exactly 3. Where's the milk run? Okay, this is basically the crux of the event, is you have to take your 5-person team and you have to figure out where each person from each team is going to compete. So for example, if you are Jacksepticeye's team and you have Jacksepticeye, Valkyrie, Slimecicle, Lily, Pichu, and Abe, you have to choose who does what. So maybe tug of war is like, I don't know, Jack, Slimecicle, Abe, but then it's like, okay, Lily, Pichu maybe does pretty. Yeah, that's the whole crux of a team. That's what's gonna make it, like, literally make or break the teams. So that basically means everybody's going to compete in 6 total events, maybe 7 if they're top 4. Did any events get cut from last year? Yeah, we cut a few. We cut a bunch. We're not doing the 1 meter dash. We're not doing the 100-yard dash. At least straight up anymore. We got rid of the water one because that was kind of silly. We cut a few. We got rid of the Cubert toss. Yep, Cubert toss is gone. The 1 meter dash was good. The 1 meter dash was horrible. The 1 meter dash was genuinely 3 seconds and then 45 minutes of figuring out who got what plays. It was funny. You can say it's funny now. In the moment, it was like, damn, this is slow. It's funny to have done. What do they call that? Type 1 funny, type 2 funny? It's one of those. Who came up with that event? Fucking me. Anyway, I'll run through every event. Volleyball. Straightforward. Volleyball is 5v5 volleyball. It's going to be an 8 team bracket. The tiebreaker to determine points. This is important. All points are like successive. So if you get first place, you get 8 points. Second, 7 points. Third, 6 points, and so on until last place, 8th, gets 1 point. Does that make sense? That's how it works for every single event. So for an event like volleyball, where you could have a tie because it's a bracket, ties will be determined by point differential. Easy enough. But anyway, volleyball is volleyball. It's an 8-person bracket. Next up, Simon Says. Simon Says, you guys remember from last year. It's going to be pretty similar to last year, but we got the same guy back. We got the Simon Says GOAT back in the building. So that'll be Simon Says. Musical chairs will be absolute hell and chaos because we're going to do everybody playing musical chairs at the same time. And, you know, musical chairs is musical chairs. We'll have some referees there. Everybody, yeah, it's going to be chaotic. Oh, it's going to be chaotic for musical chairs. Pentathlon, that is only for the top 4 teams. That's the finale of everything. The top 4 teams get to compete in the pentathlon. And whoever's in first place gets an advantage because they get a lead depending on how many points they get. Does that make sense? I felt like last year was kind of cheese because what team was killing it the whole time and then they lost? Team 100 Thieves. Team 100 Thieves was killing it the whole time and then they lost because they didn't get a big enough advantage in the pentathlon. So the idea is to give a bigger advantage in the pentathlon if you do really well throughout the entire weekend. Because I think the only advantage we had in the pentathlon is when you get to go. But now you're going to get an actual time advantage. Tug of War is 3v3. You send up 3 people, pull the rope. Whoever pulls it better wins. What's in the pentathlon? It's a secret. The pentathlon it will not be leaked. That is only going to be revealed in the finale. Pretty Derby is going to be a relay. Here's the way Pretty Derby works. I think I talked about it yesterday, but it's a relay. Everybody wears an awesome horsetail like you do in Pretty Derby. And the first stage is speed, where you do 100 meters this way. The second stage is power, where you have weights on. You run 100 meters back this way. And then the third, you have to drink 4 gallons of milk and then run back 100 meters this way. Whoever completes it the fastest wins. Can it be 5 gallons? If you're not a coward, absolutely, yeah. 100%. Oh, guys, to be clear, it's 4 gallons split across 1 person. Anyway, that's Pretty Derby. 3 people will compete in that one. Next up is the egg drop speed run. The egg drop speed run is kind of exactly how it sounds. 2 people go up, they get an egg, they have a bunch of tools to protect said egg, and whoever completes their egg first, and it's completed when they give it to me, is de facto first place. Then we will drop that egg from 30 feet up. If it breaks, they lose their right at first place, and then the second place gets to go. Do you see what I'm saying? So you basically have to mix speed, how quickly you protect the egg, with your confidence in how well it's actually protected. So that's the game plan for the egg drop speed run. What if you studied? I mean, it's fine to study an egg drop, but you might not have the tools available on the site. Also, it's a speed run. So like if you're too slow, then you lose anyway. Next up, gymnastics. Very similar to last year. You'll have 90 seconds to put on the best gymnastics routine. It'll be voted upon by judges. Highest score wins. Then we have Bull Royale. This is kind of like an 8-person game of horse or pig, but you send 1 person from your team to compete. And once you have spelt out the word bull, 4 letters, you're out. Could you give further clarification on the 4 gallons 1 person? I feel like we're being fucking crazy. You drink 4 gallons, then you run. What is confusing about this? This is crazy. The 4 gallons is split across 1 person. Yes. Yes. What if we make it 5 gallons? We were thinking about that. We'll see if we can make that change happen. Slippery servers. Okay, this game I think is going to be potentially the best individual game. Slippery servers, the way it works is you are standing on an ice block. You have a server's tray and you have like an 8 ball on the server's tray. If the 8 ball drops, you are out. Every few minutes, we are going to add a ball to the tray. The last to still have all their balls on their tray wins. It's some survivor shit. Yes, sir. Someone's getting hurt on this. It's not like a cartoonishly tall ice block. It's quite a small ice block. You said 8 ball. Oh, sorry. I meant a cue ball. A pool ball, not an 8 ball. Yeah, a pool ball, my bad. Then we have archery. Archery is pretty straightforward. Players shoot arrows at a target. You get points depending on how close you are to the center of the target. Whichever player has the lowest score after a few shots is eliminated, and we keep going until only 1 player remains. So it'll start with 8 total archers, and then 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 until it's a head-to-head, and we have our final winner. Next up, we got bridge jousts. Lud, do you know what happens when you chug a single gallon of milk and try to do anything physical? You puke. Bad. Whoever does the milk is gonna be out of commission for a good while. Thank you for the $10 donation. Now, I'm not able to read chat, so maybe if you could donate another $10. Would it be bad if somebody, because you're saying 1 gallon, is 4 gallons also bad? Because this would be 3 more gallons than you're suggesting. And I feel like 4, maybe it counteracts. I don't know if it counteracts. I don't know if it cancels out. Is it like a 2 negatives is a positive situation? I figured it'd be like a 9 dogs. Yeah, it's like a 9 dog situation. After 2 gallons of milk, nothing matters anymore. Next up, we have bridge jousts. This is another single elimination bracket, but you go 1v1. Let me see if I can find the picture of it. Bridge joust.
Round 2.
It's gonna be like this: a 1v1, best of 3. If you fall down, you're eliminated. Will it be shirtless? No, because it's not gonna be over a pool. It's gonna be on in a floaty area, like a bouncy castle thing. Boo, no fun. Guys, we just don't have a pool. Get a pool. Well, the question isn't like I could get a pool, and we're doing this at a track and field, so you can't bring the pool to the track and field. You literally can. I feel like I would know more. Why don't you just trust me on this one? Blow up pools are cheap. It's not like a question of money. Yeah, okay. Theoretically, yes, you could get an inflatable pool, fill it with water, but the track and field in which we are renting would not allow us to do that. You could not get, 200 gallons of water on their field, potentially like flooding it. Get towels. Okay, that wouldn't help. That wouldn't help really. You're rich. Money is not like the end all here. It's like sometimes there's just rules and you follow the rules. You guys are basically saying like, why can't you simply bring the gun onto the plane? Are you not physically capable? Oh, it's a rule? Are you not rich? Why not just pay to bring it on the plane? I don't understand. It's just a rule and we follow the rule. I don't know why you're obsessed with skirting the rules, but it's just the rule. You're making this rule up. Do you think I don't like the idea of a pool? I'm genuinely confused. You think I'm making it up because I just don't I'm not even competing. What do I give a fuck? Now, we probably could do it, but it would just have to be in a different area that would make it kind of lame for the in-person audience. Last year, we had a few events. For example, we had the dunk tank last year, but it was way off and none of the IRL people could actually view it. And I think it made it a worse event. Who cares? Me. I like them more than you, 100%. Everyone who goes to my events, I'm friends with. You guys mean nothing to me, unless you're subbed, in which case you mean a little bit more. Field goal. Field goal is pretty straightforward. There's a giant field goal. You'll start from 10 yards back, kick a field goal. If you make it, you move on to the next round. Whoever kicks the farthest field goal wins. And to help with the field goal competition, we have the San Diego Chargers kicker, Cameron Dicker the kicker, to really show everybody how it's done. And then finally, our last event is a return. It's tablecloth poll, which is another bracket style event. It's head to head. You do a tablecloth poll. A judge will determine which table is less disturbed. Winner moves on. And that's all the competitions. That's all the competitions. And every person's going to have to compete in 3 of these. 3 of these ones. And then every single person is going to compete in these ones. So it should be fun. It should be a good event. Commentary will be done by me, Cam, and Cam, aka Nut, and Slime. There will not be a Ludwig time, no. I don't think people would cash in on a Ludwig time, but there will not be a Ludwig time. It'll be a 2-day event. It starts Saturday at 1 to about 8, and then it'll air again Sunday at 1 and end around 8. Am I allowed to live react to the streamer games? Anybody is allowed to live react to the streamer games. Yeah, of course. We'll have our own category on Twitch. If you live react, just be in that category. I think it's literally called streamer games. However, I do ask that you don't upload footage footage of streamer games onto YouTube, at least long form footage. So no day 1 recaps, no day 2 recaps. Any short form content's fine. Yeah, you can stream it on YouTube. I don't consider streaming it on YouTube like uploading a YouTube video of it. That only goes for my footage too. The way it works this year is every team will have a cameraman streaming that team's POV. Possibly 2 or 3 cameramen if they want for every person's stream. I'm providing cameramen unless they want to bring their own.